G'day everyone, welcome back to Pete's Investing. Today is March 11, 2023. This is the share price update for the Commonwealth Bank of Australia. This is a special request. I was asked to do a quick review on the share price and see where it's going. A couple of things here to notice. I've drawn a couple of support and resistance lines here. So these are key support area and also key resistance area. So where we are in this band at the moment, and you'll notice the share price has bounced off that both from a resistance level and also a support level for some time, and it's in this span at the moment since going back to May 21. So what we're looking at here is a decline. Obviously the markets have taken a bit of a hit overnight last couple of days, and the share price for the CBA has also declined substantially with a gap during that period there, a few days or earlier than the last couple of days that we had the share price drop. But so yeah, it's in this band, so we'll see if it's going to actually bounce off this support area, and that support area is about the $90 level, and that resistance area is about 111.43. So importantly, our major indicator we follow is the CCI 1500 and the moving average 400 as shown below. So you'll notice here that tracks very closely with the moving average 200 of the price chart, although there are some subtle differences to be aware of. Whenever the moving average starts turning down, you'll notice here on when the CCI breaks below there and it starts tracking and it turns red, and that's a declining moving average. That's a sign of weakness. So even though the share price has pretty much dropped and then leveled off and gained somewhat during that period, it is giving you a warning to avoid going long, and at the moment that's still the case. So you could have possibly traded that if you were trading the smaller moving averages or even the moving averages on the CCI, but I tend to follow the overall trend of that moving average, and if that's telling me to not go long, that's what I do, and that's how I use the CCI 1500 moving average 400 as a trend indicator as opposed to the moving average on the price chart. So that's a couple of things: is the support and resistance, the CCI movement. So that would have been an area where you would have gotten out of it. Notice the CCI has fallen below the moving average, and it's made a slight break above it there, but the moving average itself is still declining. So again, even though it's made some advancements during that period, it's basically saying avoid it. So we're going to see if it does bounce off the support area there in the coming days, and we'll see how it performs, or whether the markets do recover in the coming days. And if it does bounce off that, we want to see this CCI break to the upside and that moving average turn to the upside as well, like it did back here. The other thing to notice as well is there was a bit of a divergence back here when the share price was doing quite nicely above the respective moving averages. But notice the divergence on the CCI at that level, and also the ascending bullish divergence on the price chart. Again, the divergences generally work out, and in this case it did, and it did tell you to avoid it and go and sell out if you're going long in this case, and to close out the positions if you were long in that period. In terms of divergence, support and resistance we talked about, and so the CCI being one of our early detection indicators we use to avoid entering the market. So again, tend to long in this particular case, wait for the CCI to break above its moving average and the CCI itself to turn green or go long, like it did in this period back here. To understand how to properly trade using the average down approach, reference the links in the description below. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe and the like button, and we'll see you in a future video.